From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are in
really, the Chiefs
Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with Aaron Rodgers.
Shut up. You can't make me, so you shut up.
Set to go in a rematch of what would come to be known later as the first Super Bowl. The Chiefs and Packers are underway.
The first Super Bowl with the Chiefs and the Packers. Crazy. Still. I don't go from home.
Rodgers now.
Oh Jesus! What the?
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete.
Intentional grinding.
Wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty. And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
I'm just gonna let you get a pick right here.
They lose the yardage, and of course they
I'm gonna let you get a pick right here.
The grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. And this one is incomplete.
What?
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
On third and long, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Daniel Sorensen there on the coverage. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
Get down the field.
It's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
They do go for it. It's Rodgers. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And they will
Thanks for the first down.
In enemy territory at the 42-yard line. A lack of discipline defensively.
I did get down the field. Thank you.
That leads to a 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. He'll have a first down past the 40. Take it to the 43-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive at 14.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And some space here. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Jones. And they've got it inside the 10 and the 8. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level,
no way.
Most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the
second and goal, bro. Help me.
What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw
couldn't get to the 10-yard line.
comes about organically. It's a
Bro, I was legit at the.
in college, if you're going to throw the football for
I didn't get 2 yards. I got a yard.
On second down, it's Jones. Come on, get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Packers have taken the early lead. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And it's intercepted at the
If you get
goal
this, it
line.
doesn't matter because you get 2 points. Yeah, you got it. You only got 2 points.
They should have put a stamp on me in the locker room because I just delivered.
And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Well, not content with a first quarter lead, I guess. They're going to go onside kick. Oh, I think the Packers got it. Yep, Green Bay football. Well, they just scored, they got the lead, and they decide to keep their foot on the accelerator, so to speak.
Scouting, scouting, scouting. They had to have seen something in their preparation for this game that told them in this situation, if they get the look they like, let's go ahead and go for it anyway. They like being bold.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say, those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Get the
taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Yes, I got it. I don't care.
It's a first down on a gain of 10. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So
was I ever raging?
Way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
At the Chiefs' 39-yard line.
Oh, what happened?
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
They broke the door.
Now the toss to Jones, running right. And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 31. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Oh, they probably just took it off the rail.
First quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. It's a gain of... We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Packers add on to their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized.
That's a smart man. He knew what else he should do.
Oh, getting close to it.
So an onside kick failed in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? Almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, that maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
41-yard line.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete, and he gets it down to the 32. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
13, Chiefs 2.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And they run the option on 2nd down. Complete. The tight end Kelsey. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
10.
Something we're seeing more of with the rise of the run-pass option. A legal man downfield, and that's going to back him up. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
Oh, I'm not getting
It's a game
play.
line. makes it
From
third.
the gun on third down, Mahomes. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up fourth. Well, as far as third down plays go, that's not going to be one where you say, hey, let's run that one back.
No, I think right now the play caller, he's either circling that one or highlighting it or whatever to know not to call that one again. It's going to be a heck of a postmortem with the head coach to try and defend that one.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Now he'll let it go on the run.
Let's go!
And that is going to be incomplete. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles.
133 yards and 10 rushes he has.
That one, 28 yards on the ground.
28 yards.
Here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
The Chiefs' 33-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it with Jones. First down and much more here for Jones. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line.
You're
A
rushing.
gain of 20 and a first down.
59 yards,
Seemed like a couple
bro.
sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of
That's
it.
a lot.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this
What just happened? Don't tell me I locked out, bro. I was winning. Bro, it was 14-2. And I lagged out, bro. Bro.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Las Vegas Raiders.
Raiders.
Here's the former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And off we go from Lambeau. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
It's defense. Raiders defense.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And this is not a sign what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Jones. First down and much more here for Jones. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
Go.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. being chased down left.
Let's go.
Tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there, getting him to first. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 36. Jones with a carry on 1st down, but I don't think he even made it back to the line of scrimmage as the defense all over that one. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Do the same play.
They stack him up at the point of attack, but he's met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Right down there. Get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, 37 yards, and the Packers have taken the early lead. So they get the ball on the opening drive. They take it in for the score.
No, bro. It's so hard to do a field goal in this game, bro.
First 5 minutes of the game. Who's going to set the tone? Who's going to take control? Guess who just did?
Well, now on the next drive, when you score that quickly or you're scored that quickly again, probably feel like you need to respond.
Yeah, without a doubt. In other words, you've actually put the pressure even more so on your opponent.
Oh, you got it.
And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility.
Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Yes. Go.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
That would have been a huge display.
Someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
Oh, come on, Tay.
Away, and it falls incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and that will force a turnover on downs.
Bro, really a screen?
And down inside the 15 he goes. That
Freaking
will go as a
kicked
gain
it.
of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
First down, Raiders.
Now a carry for Jacobs.
Bro, Josh
And
Jacobs.
power running here down to the 6-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, it's Jacobs.
Boom.
They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. And they'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders have drawn even here, and they can take the lead with the extra point to come.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Extra point by Carlson, even good. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
Daniel Carlson, the kickoff for the Raiders.
Carlson now
Oh,
to
yeah,
kick this
touchdown
one
like
away.
that. Oh, yeah, touchdown like that. Oh, yeah,
And here's Lewis. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points. So they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do.
There's no one close to me.
The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the ball.
First
so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On 1st down.
Bro, that's no fair, bro.
Play goes nowhere.
What are you doing, O-line?
At the 50, right at midfield. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of 1st downs, and here a loss of yardage. From midfield, here's Rodgers.
Let's go.
He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there. Rodgers to Adams. 44 yards.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
This defense is really thrown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
2-minute
Oh my God, bro.
Intercepted. It's David
I'm doing
Arnett
a
picking
hard
it
kick,
off. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use
Wait,
the
what?
second of their timeouts.
Oh, I got kicked.
So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now after the INT, it's Carr. Flush to his right. He'll let this go deep and nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. To throw again. Carr dancing to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Carr to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Here we go on 4th down with Carr. Sliding out of the pocket. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr flushed out right. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now Carr again. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 39. There goes Green. The 20.
They're not even trying to do anything.
And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe
42 seconds. I just wanted to score because he'll get ball back
like
anyway.
that they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team. And they can try these sorts of things, and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr going for it all.
Out.
And it is caught. It's Ruggs. Touchdown Vegas.
I was a clear guarding.
29 yards. And the Raiders have drawn even here. They can take the lead with the extra point to come. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
30 seconds to score. That's it.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Man open. That's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers.
Oh, yeah!
Got him.
He was
Now
open.
Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Another try after the 1st down sack. Rodgers. Now he's going to throw deep right side.
Rodgers on the keeper. Intended for Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 20.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Rodgers. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So a very tight 1st half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the 2nd half is now underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the 2nd half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators.
He's open.
Sell their key players to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Now Carr After the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Carr. This is caught inside the 15. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Carr going to give it to Jacobs.
Okay, stop playing. You know he should have got that, bro.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I like to keep carrying it, thank you.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Carr throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Bro.
It's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
I thought that was a nice job there, feeling the pressure and rolling out away from it and keeping the play alive. And I think he did it with the idea that his tight end would find his way free in the end zone, and his confidence was rewarded.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in Q3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay,
Bro.
sequence of plays we want to run. This
Bro.
is for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Throwing is Rodgers. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 3.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. And it is incomplete. Curious decision to go